It's Brian here from quantlabs.net. Just wanted to let people know tonight is the night we're doing our first workshop on this series. My last ever presentation, last ever for interactive on technology and how to build an automated trading system, algorithmic based, even for HFT potential. No more after this workshop, which ends December 18, 2013. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because tonight's the first night on data capture, basically meaning you have IQ feed, you don't know what to do with it. So there's methodologies that you could use to stream that data, the tick data, minute data, into some form of a process. Now, I've also got another piece of software that can collect it for backtesting purposes. I'm going to demo that, and it's a piece of software I've used for a couple of years. It works really great, and it's very fast, and you can also do it in real time as well. All this stuff is going to be talked about tonight, and it will be recorded. Now, there's three little secret sauce things that are in that, and they will remain secret for those that are part of this. There's that piece of software I just mentioned. There's a queuing system which enables you to have two different components talk to each other, and it's very quick and very simple to use, but it supports many languages like Python, Java, .NET, C++, C, all of it. I mean, it's crazy. So we're going to talk about that as well. Now, the third item is, let me just check my little set of notes here. I did put notes here. And hang on here. We have, of course, no, we're not doing that third item tonight. But we're also going to talk about IQ feed and the advantages of it and how it's so cheap and so reliable and so professional for other type of data sources. So just along this piece of software, if you want to generate your own data, I'm going to show this live for Forex and equity. That will save you probably thousands of dollars in data. As far as I know, it goes to level 2. I mean, once you get past that, you're getting into very expensive data, like 100,000 plus data. $100,000. That's right for historical data. Just trying to think. Now, the other thing is with this .NET solution, I was shocked on how simple it was, but it's so effective. It's fairly fast. And I'll be demoing this at a very simplistic level. We got lots of questions that came in from all our members. Thank you very much. Thank you for the support. So we're going to cover those as well. And some of these questions will elaborate into other events as well. So I'll be probably alluding to those events as part of those answers that I'll give. And then hopefully I'll have a live interactive based upon all the stuff I'm presenting tonight. So that's what I'm planning to do. Now, the whole point of this is I'm really shocked on how easy it was to bring it all together. You don't have to be a well-versed C# guy to really know and understand this. A lot of it's very straightforward. If you know basic looping and for and if and else, all that stuff, you pretty well can cover this. Where it gets really hairy is when you start doing things like multi-threading, and trying to take advantage of databases and stuff like that. But the core of it is really simple. Now, going into next week where I'll be demoing, get this, demoing a live trading model. Now, what does that mean? Well, tonight I'll be showing how to capture data, how to store data in a flat file, and because you're now able to stream it, with this queuing system, you'll be able to feed that data into this, what I call a trading model in .NET. Now, what will happen is you'll have a trading model with the data coming in, and this is where you could use complex event processing, but there's a simpler way to actually do it. So simple, it's stupidly simple. And I'm hoping that this works in a multi-threaded environment as well. Now, because that works, as the ticks come in, you obviously need maybe 50, a couple of hundred data points to work off of. And then once you get that data set, then you can feed that into an algorithm of some kind. Now that can be generated by C#, you can have a C++ DLL to talk to it, You could have it talking directly right into MATLAB models or algorithms built through the Builder NE product. And you can also just say Python as well. You could do Python as well. You could, if you really wanted to, use R. Now, because you could do, you could throttle it from tick data to minute bar to 15-minute data. Now, depending upon how you're generating your algorithm or generally your whole model, you need to make sure that that algorithm will keep up with the data as it comes in, right? So I'll be demoing that. Now, on top of that, I'll be demoing a set of decisions, and then maybe one of those decisions say, maybe we should submit an order and go into the market through Interactive Brokers TWS. Now, this is the key, is that the third item that I was talking about, my little secret sauce, is a library that enables you to easily be able to wrap against the Interactive Brokers API and be able to interface that into your model and be able to execute your trades. Now, you can do this from MATLAB, you can do this from pretty well any platform, but this is probably the easiest that I've seen. Okay, I'll be demoing that on next week, the Tuesday, the November 18th. Now, those are the two webinars that. Now, going beyond that, I'll be doing things like complex event processing with databases, specifically SQL Server because it's really good at it, and the complex event processing piece is free as part of SQL Server 2012. Be covering charting, and the best part of all, my favorite, MATLAB. MATLAB technology and how you can take your MATLAB model or algorithm, code it up and code generate it, or doing what I'll be showing on Tuesday, being able to interface it with just the MATLAB mscript file, and then building a DLL from it and deploying it into this trading model with no code changes from the MATLAB itself, so that you don't have to go through the MATLAB coder process, which can be a real pain in the ass. But that's another option you can do. Now, I'll be demoing maybe both in one separate event, and you can also do the same concept with Java, okay, using the Builder JA product. That's really exciting. And then if you really want to get here, you could also do the same thing with Excel, but that's pretty slow stuff. Now, does it get better than that? Yes, it does. Now, I'm going to be doing another event all revolving around Simulink. When you see this thing, your jaw will drop, because now you can do the same thing but do it visually. So you can bring in these graphical blocks, build a little algorithm, and then generate a C++ DLL from that. It's friggin' cool. Not only that, but you can take that same model, the visual representation within Simulink, and you can code that for your FPGA in HDL, be it the Altera proprietary language and the Xilinx language for their boards. Now, I can't remember, there's a VHDL and what's the other one? I can't remember the languages. But you don't have to worry, well, you do worry about stuff, but it's a great starting point. Now, for those that don't know what FPGA is, it's the absolute lowest you can get, okay? Zero, I would say next to zero latency. This is what the big boys use, the HFT trading shops. Now, have you seen the video I posted on Backlight, I think it was, on what they're currently doing with the microwave technologies? This is what they throw into their servers, okay? This is secretive stuff that MathWorks and all these other guys don't want you to know about. But this is how it's done, and I'll show you how to do that, at least on the software side. And I'll even give you some webinars, references, and where to go for even going beyond that to deploy it into an actual FPGA board. Now, personally, that's a very expensive path to go down. Very, very, very expensive. Like, you're looking at $50,000 in each FPGA board is about $5 to $10 grand a piece. Okay, so Do be aware of that. But you can do all this through software with the simulating. But with the same model, you can go down that path with the FPGA. But I don't cover that. I can give you webinars on where to go for MathWorks for that. But it's very powerful. Now there's another new option that MathWorks has introduced with all these deploying options, and I don't want to talk about it, but I don't have the tool or the toolbox for it. It's called Production Server. The MATLAB Production Server enables you to pretty well have anything, pretty well no different than a Tomcat or an Apache server, connect into the MATLAB Production Server, and it will talk to your MATLAB M script files. No changes needed. So you could plug it into SAS, which is a demo of. You could plug it into your trading platform. You could have it plug into maybe a commercial trading platform. This is all possible because the production server is treated like, as I said, no different than a web Apache server. So you're going through an HTTP, and it's kind of fast, I hope. But there is that new option that's just been introduced, and I think that is the best option. But for me right now, I like my Builder NE, and if I want, I can also do the code generation through the MATLAB coder. So there's going to be a whole webinar around that. Now, it doesn't stop there. Now, did I mention we're going to do another webinar about complex event processing with SQL Server? We'll talk a little bit about MySQL for the people that can't afford SQL Server. Personally, I think you could still do SQL Server with SQL Server Express because it can store up to 10 gigs of data. And hey, we're intraday traders, so I don't know if you'll exceed 10 gigs of data every day. Once you're done with it, you dump it or you export it and whatever. But those are options available. And on top of that, I'm going to do a whole webinar on visualization. This is really cool. We're using DevExpress, which is really cool, and then we could talk about Oxyplot, which is an open source one, which is quite powerful. But there's a third one that has been. All of these have been mentioned by, again, the London quant. Without him, I wouldn't know about these. But this other one, which I won't talk about until that event, is the most mind-blowing thing because it has these 3D plots that you can do in real time. And it's freaking fast, like freaking fast. Just alone, it's enough to impress somebody who doesn't know anything about this stuff. So that's what we're focusing on. But I just thought I'd put together this quick 12-minute video now. But this video about tonight and the steps taken. Now, it took me a couple of years to get to this point, but these steps, I was shocked at how simple it was. And the source code's provided. I mean, really, what more could you ask for? But at the end of the day, what's going to happen is once all this is done, it's all going to get repackaged and organized in a better way. It's going to be put into separate modules. And it's going to be turned into a course. And it's not going to be what it is today. It won't be what it is come January 7th or whatever, 2014. It's going to be worth big money. Big money. Why do I say it? Because I have now institutional players that are coming aboard, and I thought Mr. London Quant was the best guy on the planet, and he is. But after talking to some other people, I'm starting to realize, holy moly, there's a lot of them out there, and they're coming to me for all this sort of stuff. Now, as the site builds and as the site gets bigger, we are now attracting institutional and real-time practitioners, ultra-high net worth guys that are wanting to know about this because they realize their business is not going to be around forever. They want to take their personal wealth to the next level. And a lot of them know that trading is the way, but it's not retail trading because those guys get slaughtered and they're like sheeple and all that. And where they know that, and they're smart people. Why? Because they're smart. Because they've got this, right? So, guess what? These people are coming to me to understand this technology. Some of them are coming to me to ask them to build these solutions. And yeah, I'm dedicated to you guys, so that's what I'm doing. But come in a few months, this could all change, right? Everything could get shut down, and everyone wants all this secretive stuff to stay that secretive. So right now, it's all out there. I put a lot of effort into it, and hey, why not share it, right? So that could all just vanish like that. You never know. But the advantage is out there, right? So these people coming aboard, I'm starting to get compelled. Yeah, I don't want the world to know about this stuff. So the fewer people that know, the better. We're up to 180 paying members right now. And gee, when I started this 3 years ago, I only wanted 60. So 200 is quite a lot for me. So I'm pretty close to saying, yeah, we're definitely shutting this down. And then spawning some other type of services, but it ain't going to be educational. It's going to be more result-based. Building this strategy and then having this data analytics. And if you want to know how on this stuff, that's where you go to the academy for it. And that's where it's going to be, sorry, this stuff is too good, honestly. But right now, it's all interactive, it's all live, and blah, 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 blah. Now, one last thing. There's a lot of people that speculate and what we call haters and ask questions and who are you, you have no credibility. My response to that is, I don't care about you because I got guys coming to me wanting to know this information, and I don't care about people that all they care about is, well, you have to prove to me. No, I don't have to prove to you. It's going to be in a couple of months where you got to prove to me where I should engage with you. Because right now we're engaging with people that are, last year was this, and it gets bigger. So as I start to focus on and step up, unfortunately the people at the bottom, especially those that question, whatever, you move on, move along, right? And that's what it's coming down to. So I'm just putting this video together. Originally it was going to be about tonight, but now it's evolved in this whole spiel. Because I think part of it was somebody asked me, where is this going? And now I know. Now you know. So, in essence, there's all this material out there at your disposal. It's a treasure trove. It's like walking into, I don't know, finding a wallet with $20 million and blah, you go crazy with it. Now, it's up to you what you do with it. But it's like a punch bowl, and it's going to be taken away at some point. We'll leave it at that. And this week and going to December 18th, it's the actual time where you can interact with me about all this stuff. Because after that, I ain't going to have time to do all this anymore. I don't have time. I'm focusing on trading strategies and trading algorithms. And I'm getting some really cool stuff. You know, so people are coming to me for some really powerful trading ideas. And right now, I can try to help them on the tech side, but on the algorithm and the math side, but maybe in 6 months, maybe a year, I can help them out. But right now, take advantage, okay? And I'm going to stop and shut up because I don't want to go on about it. But I thought it'd be really important for you to get that, and who knows? And all these webinars I'm doing right now will be recorded and will be on the site. And as I said, they'll be repackaged as part of this expensive course. So again, please, if you're really smart, take advantage of it. Over and out.